Sunflower Trust is for children with learning difficulties. Learning difficulties is anything that interferes with our ability to feel, behave and learn and respond normally to situations. What we find with children with learning difficulties is that sometimes their nervous system is not integrating all those functions as well as they could. So things don't quite get through to the place they should be, and they can't always be remembered or responded to appropriately.
Before I started the Sunflower Trust, I used to fidget a lot in my class, and it was a bit annoying because I couldn't finish any of my work.
We check a lot of these circuits to see that they're intact for the children.
I used to have problems with my reading and my concentration and confidence in myself.
Before I had the treatment 2 years ago, I was always very tired and my legs hurt. I couldn't concentrate very well at school and my grades weren't very good. Since I've had the treatment, I've been able to stay out later and my grades have gone up very high.
The thing with many of these children with learning difficulties is that they're highly gifted and often more right brain dominant than left brain, which means that they see the sort of whole picture rather than think sequentially. But English and spelling and writing is putting thoughts together in a sequential order, one at a time. And actually, they're often seeing the whole picture, and it's very hard for people who are more left brain dominant to understand that.
We'd been to all sorts of specialists in the past to try and find out why the children's reading wasn't as good as it could be, why their maths wasn't as good as it could have been. And we had all sorts of reports, but no actual diagnosis as to which way to go.
Because of the Sunflower Trust, I have achieved to complete most of my work in class, and I can just get along with people who they're trying to help me with my work a lot better. I really enjoyed the Sunflower Trust. Loads of people were really nice to me, and I had a great time doing it, and I feel a lot more unfidgety.
I've been Tom's English teacher for 4 years now, and since he started the Sunflower treatment, I have noticed a great difference in his concentration. He concentrates a lot more in class, he doesn't fidget around as much, and he can now finish the work that is set in class in the time that is set, which before wasn't happening.
Since the Sunflower Trust treatment that Tom has had over the last few months, we've seen a noticeable difference at home with his concentration, and also he used to get very frustrated with work or sometimes things we asked him to do, and the treatment certainly has helped that, and so the whole family have noticed a big difference in the way he's performed for us and at the school, which is brilliant. I'm fortunate enough to work at the same school as Tom is attending at the moment, and I've seen a noticeable difference in his sport. It's part of my background as a sports coach and Olympic hockey player, and I think on the sports field it's also made a huge difference. His flexibility and his movement, and usually we found after playing hockey events or tennis tournaments he would suffer for the next few days, and I think the Sunflower Trust has definitely helped improve that with his flexibility, his mobility, and the way he goes about everything he does.
When we're stressed, nature prepared us to run or fight, and we haven't changed much in thousands of years, and we're still much the same. Well, a child who has learning difficulties finds it very stressful to have to do things they find difficult. And of course that sets up a flight-fight response, and in those conditions it's very difficult to be relaxed and calm and to learn properly.
I always used to find it hard playing sports at school because my legs always hurt and I got very worn out easily, but now I can do a lot more sports and for longer, so I'm more energetic.
Before I started the Sunflower Trust, I couldn't concentrate at all, but now I can concentrate a lot and find it a lot easier.
Now, great sportsmen actually, and many great performers, will tend to have some dyslexic qualities and be more right brain dominant. But it's when they can really pull it together to get the right brain, the creative imaginative side, working together with the left sequential, more logical digital brain. When they're working as a team, they're unstoppable. When you do have a child who has a learning difficulty, it can have a very disruptive effect on the family.
My relationship with my sister and brother has got a lot better. Now I get along with them and play with them a lot more, and I have definitely a lot more fun with them.
I wouldn't say Tom is accident prone, but I think compared to the rest of the family, he's always the one that seems to fall over or lose balance or walk into a wall. And again, since the Sunflower Trust, I feel there's been a noticeable difference in that, which is great news for all of us and for the hospitals locally.
So when I look back on the children, they all look quite sort of small and tired, always. One of them was quite hyperactive and wouldn't go to bed. Every time we put him to bed, we kicked the wall down. Then when it came to getting up in the morning, he was so tired he couldn't concentrate at school. The eldest one also, he was very sporty, so we had lots of cricket lined up, tennis at weekends, and he was just too tired. Now they're all involved in all sorts of sports outside school, outside home.
If you were to go into a room and have an accident, and you've experienced a lot of pain in that room, and the room was green, your brain will instantly have made a picture, a sound and a feeling recording of that incident, and it will remember it. Now you may forget it consciously, but I wouldn't mind betting that if you have a choice of painting a room a colour, you probably wouldn't paint it green.
On behalf of Borax, I chose Sunflower to receive a charitable donation from our charity's budget. Borax as a company likes to get involved with charities within the community. The reason we chose Sunflower was because it's a very good charity that helps children with learning difficulties, and this is very important for our community as children are the community's future.
It takes about a 4-hour contact time between a practitioner and a child, which is normally split into 20-minute or 40-minute sessions. But we normally spread it over several months. Initially, we can move things on quickly, but when we look at the biochemistry and physiology, they may need to have supplements, and we space the appointments out about a month apart.